Gavin Burt here, doing another terrific cigar review. Today's cigar is the Camacho Ecuador. Take a look at that gorgeous looking wrapper, very even, minimal veins, can't really see the seams too well. It's got a nice triple cap on it. I've smoked a couple of these and I very much enjoy them, but I haven't reviewed one thoroughly. I've always been doing activities or, watching a movie, so I haven't actually broken down the flavor profile. It's a pretty light pack. It's got a nice sweet kind of coffee and hay aroma. So this cigar is made in Honduras, but has an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, hence the name the Ecuador, Camacho Ecuador. But apparently it was assembled in Honduras. Without further ado, let's get it cut up and start smoking. All right, so we're about 13 minutes into this fantastic cigar. So I forgot to tell you, this is the Toro size, and it comes in a 6x50. And one interesting thing about this cigar that I read was it actually has tobaccos from 4 different countries. It has a Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, it has a binder from Brazil, and then it has Dominican and Honduras long fillers. So you got pretty much all of the countries except for Cuba and Nicaragua, but it's Dominican Republic, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Cuba. Those are the 4 heavy hitters when it comes to cigar tobacco. Flavor-wise, it's come down from the initial light, which was to be expected. It's a nice medium, sometimes a medium full, depending on from draw to draw. I'm getting absolutely no spice or pepper currently. It's just a very nice, mellow flavors, no kick, right? A lot of cigars have like a pepper or a spice to it. This cigar is very much just mellow, but the flavors are still very complex. I'm getting coffee, earth, wood, and cedar. Wood and cedar are different flavors. It's always sweet on the draw. I can't put a name to the sweetness. Right now it's just like a generic sweetness. So I'm trying to figure out what type of sweetness, or maybe there isn't a type of sweetness, maybe it's just generic sweet. But sometimes you get like some warm flavors. I almost want to say nut or hazelnut, but it's really hard to put my finger on it currently. Anyway, very complex and interesting. So I'm gonna keep smoking and I'll get back in touch with you guys during the second third. All right, so we're about 32 minutes into this cigar, and I wanted to start, it's not quite to the, we're still very much in the second third. It's not quite to the third, but I wanted to start the video a little bit early because I started having some burning issues. I still haven't touched it up or had to relight it or anything, but it started canoeing and having some wonky burns, and then I started feeling the cigar and it's a little bit squishy in the middle, not the best construction. So I can't remember another one of these Camachos doing this. I had one Camacho that was a little bit firm on the draw, but the last 2 Camacho Ecuadors I smoked, I didn't have any issues, so maybe I'm just a little bit unlucky. This is a handmade product, so there is some variation from cigar to cigar, but in general, the industry as a whole has gotten much better. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when I started smoking cigars, it was very common to get cigars that were almost unsmokable with plugged or too loose or spongy soft spots in the middle. So over the last decade or so, the industry quality has gotten much higher, especially from Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, and Honduras. There's still some quality controls with Cuban cigars, but this is not from Cuba. So it's a little bit rare to have burn issues nowadays, which is good. It's great. Flavor-wise, it had some darker notes. Like they were dark and now they're just kind of still medium full. It was like a burnt coffee, but now it kind of went back to like a coffee. And wood and cedar, and just a teeny bit of pepper has come in the second third. So I wonder if this soft spot has affected the flavors too much. I'm sure it has, but so far it's still enjoyable to smoke. I haven't had to relight it. You can see the ash is a little bit flaky. It's starting to, they call it flowering. It's a little bit annoying when it, if the flakes fall off on your lap and stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. I've had much worse. Anyway, I'm gonna keep smoking and I'll get back in touch with you guys during the final third. All right, so we're 1 hour, 13 minutes into this cigar. As you can see, the burn continues to be a little bit wonky. It's burning more quickly down that side that was a little bit squishy. I've had to touch it up a couple more times. I'm probably gonna touch it up one more time before I call it. I'll probably wrap it up at 1 hour, 20 minutes, so that's the final smoke time. Flavor-wise, it's very much a full-bodied cigar in this last third. It's really, really gotten dark. That's okay with me. The strength is still pretty low. Final thoughts, this cigar got a 91 rating, and it's affordable. Also, I noticed this cigar doesn't have any spice, really. There's very, very little pepper, but no spice, which makes it a good cigar to practice retrohaling on. Some people are a little bit scared to try retrohaling, or if it's a peppery cigar or a really cedary cigar, it's really kind of almost too much to retrohale with, but because this has no spice, you can retrohale it pretty comfortably. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out our other cigar review videos and give us a thumbs up. With that, enjoy your smokes.